I'm so hungry right now. I can eat this right now. I can eat it right now. Hi, welcome home life. So today I am going to prepare, I'm going to do a double. I'm going to do Sunday dinner as well as a meal plan for a relative of mine. So I'm going to plan out her lunches for the next 5 days along with doing our Sunday meal. So I'm starting off with, I'm just getting out of church and pray that you all had a blessed and happy Sunday morning. I know I have. Thank the Lord for that. I'm talking all churchy because it's Sunday. So all of our Sundays are different. My husband used to work on Sundays, so he couldn't go to church with us every Sunday. So now he's able to go to church with us on Sundays. And this Sunday, we were able to go to church together. Our daughters are away at school, so I'm praying that they're going to church. I'm praying that they're going to Jesus' house and not just looking at it online. So pray for me as I pray for them, and we pray for each other. They are awesome girls, but I want to make sure they're in the house of the Lord on Sunday. So let's get started back to this meal. Okay, so now I'm cutting this potato down. I got up this morning. I'm going to peel this one too. These are just regular white Idaho potatoes. And already this morning I got up and I put my chicken breasts on. I have organic skinless chicken thighs. And I just added some celery for seasoning. And I seasoned the chicken today with this type of seasoning, which is the Himalayan pink salt, black pepper with garlic seasoning. So this is a seasoning I used today for my chicken, and I sauteed the chicken breast and it's skinless chicken, it's skinless chicken thighs in olive oil and some plant-based butter. So I had to cut out a lot of my, regular buttermilk and cow milk based butters, and the plant-based butters have been excellent. Like, I don't even taste the difference in my food or the creaminess of it all. It's delicious. So it's a win-win. So if you're planning on transitioning your diet and you want to eat, I'm going to rinse these potatoes off, and you want to eat more plant-based, the plant-based butters, almond, you see there's the almond, there's the olive oil, there's avocado oil. All of those butters are excellent. I did add garlic. I did not add to the chicken that I'm cooking. I did not add any onions. So I'm just going to add like half of an onion. And I might just I'm thinking I'm just going to get out my chopper for that. Now, it's nice to put these potatoes on last. So today's meal, I'm having some navy beans that I soaked overnight. And what I'm going to do, I have a little bit left of the pink Himalayan salt. I'm going to season these potatoes, because the potatoes, it's good to do those last because they're going to lightly steam and saute in that butter. And I'm just going to season them on the chopping board like this. Oops. I'm just going to add these in. And we're going to add that into the gravy of the Sunday meal chicken. The chicken is practically done. So the main thing that we're waiting on are the potatoes and the onion. Now, I do not eat a lot of meat. I'm not a heavy meat eater, but I cannot call myself a full I'm not going to call myself a full vegan, or I'm just going to call myself like a 80% plant-based, 20% meat eater. But I don't eat a lot of meat. I don't consume a lot of meat. But I think it's just a choice, because there's so many people, you know, very strict when it comes to eating vegan. So vegan is totally no meat at all. However, that just didn't kind of mesh with my diet. I kind of still wanted some more protein added to my diet, and some of the meat-based, the plant-based meats that they offered, some of those were too high in sodium for me. Gave me bad headaches, and I have very sensitive skin. So my skin is real sensitive. So I have a camera. I have a heavy camera, extra large camera that I'm filming on too. So if you see me looking up here, I'm looking at myself in the monitor, and then I'm supposed to be looking at that lens. So that's where my eyes are tracking. If you notice, my eyes are different. But let's get back to that. So I could not really consume too much of the plant-based meats due to the sodium content. The sodium in some of the plant-based meats were very high, and I noticed I was getting a lot of headaches, and plus my skin, this chopper is loud, but I love it. It's excellent because it gets the job done quick. But the plant-based meats kind of gave me a reaction with my skin. So my skin, and I can eat some plant-based meats and don't have any reaction, but one, for example, the Impossible Burger, and I just couldn't eat that. It just irritated my skin. So if you have, and I was diagnosed, I'm healed now, thank the Lord, but diagnosed with atopic dermatitis, and that some of those plant-based meats have so much sodium in it that made me itch. Like, it triggered it terribly, and I had to, you know, go get steroid shots and things. So I personally cannot be strictly just, you know, if I go vegan, I would have to have no meat, and I just don't want that choice. I like to have a little protein in my diet, and I tried it, but I didn't like it. As one of my child care students, I'm a preschool teacher, so she said, try it, you might like it. Well, I tried it, I didn't like it. So that's my story when it comes to that. So let's get back to this meal. Okay, so we're going to take these potatoes, and I'm going to kind of submerge them into the oil. I also added my celery late. It's okay to add your vegetables and things late, because the longest thing that's going to be cooking is the meat. So it's okay to add those late. So I'm going to kind of turn this up and let this steam. Now over here, that has been cooking all morning, I had the, you know, I don't do canned beans anymore. You know, sodium again. Now these I soaked overnight. These are the dry beans. I use nothing but dry beans. So these are the navy beans. The only thing problem with using dry beans, you have to soak them overnight so they can be nice and soft. My in-laws came and they ate some food, and my beans were they weren't crunchy, but they were kind of tough, and they're not like the canned ones or the frozen ones where they cook real fast. You have to, get tender while you cook. So I soak them overnight. So I'm going to soak these. I soaked these navy beans overnight. Let me taste them. And then I cooked them a little bit this morning before going to church. Very nice and tender. Those are perfect tender. So we're just going to add some more seasoning to them. Now the pink Himalayan salt, I love cooking with this. It doesn't give you a lot of headaches. You have to use more than the desired amount. However, I can just put in the description box the benefits of pink Himalayan salt. One thing I like about the pink Himalayan salt is you don't over season your food. Like you see how I'm putting all this in here? It's not going to over season it at all. It's going to taste perfect. So I boiled my beans with some olive oil, a little plant-based butter. For some color, I'm going to add some chopped up bell pepper because I just like my food to be colorful. So I'm going to add a little bit of chopped up bell pepper. Now for my meal plan, I use half of an onion. So this is going to just cook and that's going to steam. So let me clean off my workstation. For my meal plan, I went and I bought these containers from Walmart. So I have these containers, and they're these are BPA free. That's very important to me as well. So it's not like you're using toxic plastic containers. Regular plastic containers, you want to pay attention to that because it causes all type of other issues in the body when you're using I wouldn't say man-made material. And please, I've used the regular plastic containers. I said, oh, it's not bothering anything, but it does bother certain things in your body. So I always make sure I get the BPA free. And there's a whole nother information online about why you should use the BPA free. So I'm not going to go into that, but it's just healthier and safer for the body. Okay, so these containers, I have 5 of those. 5 come in a pack. Now this is a good deal. 5 in a pack. They're sturdy. You can rewash them out. So my husband rewashed these already. He already washed these last night. Before I use anything, you know, you're always supposed to clean it yourself. So I already sterilized it. And so now I'm going to set these meal plans up. These meal containers. And go to Wally World because you can get those containers for like $2.96. It looks like a hot mess up here right now, but it's organized chaos. Okay? So let me rinse this off. Now, let me give you the rundown of all the meals that we're going to have for the week. So I'm going to make for her. I'm going to make her a sweet potato with beans and a little spinach on the side with some carrots. That's one meal. And then the second meal is going to be a kale soup. And then the next meal is going to be a she's on a low sodium diet, so I want to make sure everything is just very like organic, healthy, low sodium. So that's why I opted out for any canned goods. I personally can't use the canned goods either due to the blood pressure and the skin issues with the sodium in the canned goods, so I don't do canned goods anymore for me. I don't cook with them anymore for me. So one meal is going to be the sweet potato with some beans and a little spinach and carrot on the side. And then another meal is going to be a baked potato with some rice and a little bit of organic chicken and some beans. I saute 3 types of beans. I have black beans, red beans, and they're not pinto beans. I have to look those up. I'm not remembering exactly what those beans are, but I know they are. Oh, hold on. Let me get those. Okay, so the 3 beans that I use, because I'm giving her these, and I want her to be able to prepare some of these for herself. They're mixed beans. So these came from Food Line. We have a Food Line where we live. I don't know if there's one with you. Then there's the kidney beans. These were good deals too because these are only $1 a piece. The little medium bags, but you can get like 3 meals out of them. And then there's the black beans. Now you have to soak these overnight. Remember, soak them overnight. So what I do is I soak them overnight and then have them in the refrigerator for the next morning. Okay, so we have the kale soup for one lunch. We have the and I might add a potato with that. Then we're going to have the spinach. This is going to be the spinach and herb carb lean. These are like little fajita wraps. That's whole seed and flaxseed. So what I'm going to put in that instead of meat, I'm going to use just vegetable. And then I have this delicious dressing to go over that. And I'm going to add also some means. Oh gosh, I need to eat my Sunday dinner. I'm hungry. So I'm going to add some, I'm going to give her this lemon, and it's lemon herb marinade. But remember, with some of the marinades, you can kind of use those for, you can use those to marinate your chicken, but I also use them as dressing. So, you know, they're very good. I know there's people stickle out there, it's marinade, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, you know, it's according to your taste buds. This is a very delicious marinade. It's very good as a dressing, too. It's gluten-free, it's low sugar. It's made by G. Hughes. No high fructose corn syrup. I love that because high fructose corn syrup, for people like me, make me itch. But he has a variety of them. You get these at Walmart. They're real affordable too, but they're very delicious. So I'm going to give this for one of her salads. Okay, I've been talking. Let's go back. Okay, I said the kale soup for one meal, sweet potato for another meal with beans and spinach, and then we have fajita wrap. Now I'm going to use two types of spinach. I'm going to use the sauteed spinach for one meal, and then for the next meal I'm going to use the leafy spinach for the wraps. Now for these wraps, I'm thinking I'm going to saute them lightly so they don't be so doughy, because she's going to put these in the refrigerator, so I don't want them like real gooky when she eats them. So I'm just going to keep them dry and just lightly saute them, so you know, have a little bit of a crunch on it. And then we're going to do a baked potato with a little bit of green onion, and we're going to add some mushrooms to that. I'm just not using a whole lot of meat, but I want her to feel full when she's eating this meal. And then we're also going to add a little bit of beans to that. And then, so that's 4 meals, you all. How many meals did I say? I think that was 4. And then for the last meal, I'm going to take this lime and lightly squeeze it over some of the chicken, just to give it a different little kick, you know, just a little bit of flavor. And then we're going to add some more bell peppers, or these colorful peppers. I think I'm going to add this to the soup, because one thing you eat with your eyes, so we'll see how that comes out. So it's going to be like a little, it's already cooked, but a little key lime chicken over rice with a little freshness of oh, you know what, y'all, you know what, I'm going to add some of that key lime over that. But I'm going to, oh, that was my last meal. That's why you should always write the vision and make it plain. I should write this stuff down, but I didn't write it. I'm going out of my head, which is all over the place with ideas. So the last meal is going to be a salad with beans on top. That is so delicious, y'all. It sounds like, okay, beans on salad, but it is delicious. And a little bit of Parmesan cheese or whatever cheese of your choice. That is delicioso. It's like a hot with a cold. And you lightly warm it up. Your spinach, your leafy spinach doesn't get mushy. So that's delicious. So rewind this video if you want to hear those again, because I can't remember all the things I just said. But I have it in my head of how I'm going to plate them. So if there's any mistake on the meal plan itself, to my sweet lovely cousin, she take it for love. But rewind the video back if you want to hear all those meals again. Okay? All right. All right, so let's get started. Okay, look at, now this is Sunday's dinner. Look at how that is seasoning. Those potatoes are already sauteing perfectly. I have that at medium-low heat. And oh, again, I'm cooking. I'm not going to cook on the stove. I'm cooking on the counter, so I have it on the cooktop so you all can see it, you know, visually, because it's too much to get all the cameras over there on the stove. So I have it here so you can see it visually. Now, the beans that I have for Sunday dinner, these are already ready, so I'm going to move these off the eye, and then I'm going to go ahead and start working on her soup. Okay? And what I might do, I might just go ahead and utilize that, the juice from those beans. I could utilize that for her soup. But I think I'm just gonna I'm thinking I'm just gonna start from scratch. I'm gonna just make her soup from scratch because I just like, I don't know, I just like that freshness, that different, because sometimes you get a different idea or a different herb that you want to put in. Because I just made that, put that on this morning. However, I think I'm going to do a whole nother pot for her soup. So let's get started on that soup. Okay, so now for her soup, we're going to have, let's get the pot out. We're going to add some water and let this saute. And we're going to make sure we add kale to her soup. We're going to let that water saute. What we're going to add to that pot, we're going to use some veggie broth mix. Now, if you read the veggie broth mix container, it does look like it's very high in sodium. The veggie broth container, it looks like it's very high in sodium, but remember, you're not using the whole container, you're just using a little bit just for flavoring. So I'm going to add some olive oil to the water, and let me get my veggie broth out. Now I bought some kale some time ago, so I already had kale, some frozen kale. I bought it last week actually, and this is the type of veggie broth that I use to season the water. There's a chicken one, a vegan chicken broth. I have not gotten that one, tried that one yet, but I'm going to try that. But you want to season your water before you do a soup, because it's like the base of the soup, and you want it to taste really good. So I'm going to add some pink Himalayan salt to that. Remember, with pink Himalayan salt, if you use a good bit of it, it seems like it's not seasoning your food, then don't worry, you can add more to it, but it's not going to hurt you. And you can always overdo anything, but you just season it to taste. But what I like about the pink salt is that you can use it freely, and when you taste your water, if it doesn't seem like it has enough flavor, you can add a little bit more, but without harming yourself. So I have veggie broth. This is going to be for the soup. I have veggie broth, olive oil, and then we're going to also add some plant-based butter. Plant-based butter is like a thickener, and it really thickens it really good. In a good way. This is, I have the Country Crock almond oil plant-based butter. And I'm just going to use like a teaspoon of that. That's going to season the water for the soup. Now, after you do all of that seasoning, because remember, she's on a low sodium diet. So after you use all of that water for the seasoning, remember, even if after you eat it, after you taste it, when it's all said and done, if it's still not enough seasoning, just add a little bit more, and it'll taste to your liking. You add it to your liking for that. Okay, let me put some of these items back, and we're going to cut up our some onion and some garlic for the soup. And I'm also going to incorporate some of these beautiful peppers for the soup. And I'm going to use gluten-free. I'm going to use gluten-free noodles. So I have 1 clove of garlic. I'm going to chop that up. I'm going to cut the ends off of here, off of these little peppers. I got these little peppers, in a bag at Walmart. Just clean the seeds out. I've already pre-washed these. I love the, let me show you the bag of bell peppers. See these right here? I love these. You get these in different colors. These are so good. And you know, you can eat those like if you're doing a mukbang, a mukbang. I don't know how to pronounce that. Is it mukbang or mukbang? I heard it different ways. But these vegetables, they taste so good when they're steamed. I'm going to cut these seeds out of here. When they're steamed and you just eat them whole, I love them. Oh, I just love those. I love the taste of those vegetables. My chopper is obnoxiously loud, but I like it because it gets the job done quick. Alright, so we're going to clean all the seeds out of here. Okay. And then we're going to chop half of an onion. Now, you may say, oh my God, this taking so long. This is going to take so long. No, it's not. I'm moving slow because I'm sauteing and stuff. But the quicker I go, once I start getting stuff plated, you're going to be like, wow, that didn't take no time. Y'all, look at this. Look at this. Isn't this so nice? See how it just dices up perfect? I love that. So, we're going to add this to the, let me move my containers over here to the table. Oh, I had 3. Let me get 5. I had 5. Must have stacked me up. And also what I'm going to add to that soup is I'm going to add some of the beans. Now, I already cooked these beans now, so these beans are already cooked. I already went through the rundown of the beans. All right. Let's clean up our station. It looks a hot mess up here right now. Okay. Let's clean this off. One more thing I have to use this chopping board for is the lime. I'm going to have to cut up the lime. I'm just going to use half of the lime. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put half of this lime as an option. Let me watch this. Really good. You have to rinse your fruit off, y'all. You don't know whose hand's been on it. All hands aren't clean yet. So, ooh, y'all, that smells so good. So, I'm going to take this and cut it in half. Like this. And then I'm going to give her the option if she wants to squeeze this on her salad. She can use this lime on her salad or her chicken. So I'm going to give her the option if she wants to squeeze this on there. So I'm going to just lay it to the side like that. Let me find a little cup. I have a lot of little cup holders for everything. Seems like. And then this one, I'm going to save this for another meal. So it looks like a lot, but it's not. And you can always make your food go a long way. But you want to make sure that it's fresh. You just don't want it to go a long way. I use a lot of clothespin clips to keep things together. I like the convenience of that. So I'm going to put this in the oven. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. I'm going to put some of these things up to clear off my counter. Okay. Now, we can do away with the chopping board. And let me, ooh, you all know what? I had to, put my potatoes on. Because my potatoes aren't even cooked. And I got one more thing I need to cut up. I forgot about my mushrooms. I'm gonna add that to my chop it like it's hot boiled. I'm going to add that. I have organic mushrooms. Let me rinse these off really good. I'm going to add that to one of her meals, where she has just hardly no meat. Because a lot of her meals are going to be meatless. I mean, using very little meat. She can eat meat, you know. Low sodium doesn't mean you can't eat meat. It's just how you season meat. But I just want to, you know, give a different alternative to meat. And like, you know, she can, you know, she's not on a no meat diet. All right, this water is boiling up really nice. And I don't have my noodles, so let me go get the noodles. Okay, so I'm going to use a combo of noodles. I'm going to use a combination of the noodles. I'm going to use some gluten-free. Now my family, not my family, my husband's gluten-free, so that's why I buy a lot of gluten-free noodles. So I'm going to add a little bit of the gluten-free noodles. This is not required for low sodium. You know, you can eat regular noodles. You know, I just have that because that's how his system likes the gluten-free. I'm going to also add some veggie noodles to this. And I'm going to take these and break them in half. And I'm going to break them again. And I'm going to add that to our soup. Like that. And then I'm going to add some, we're going to add the vegetables close to last because we want them to have a nice little crunch on them. So we don't want to overcook the vegetables. And then I'm going to add some kale. Now I purchased kale last week, remember? And I've already washed it. This is going to be like a veggie soup. So I've already washed this kale last week. And we want the kale, oh, I love kale, like, I love it. But I already washed it and seasoned, and washed it, and put it in a freezer bag. So we're just going to add the kale to it. We want the kale to cook down as much as possible. See how I'm breaking it up with my fingers in the bag? So it'll be nice little bite-sized pieces. Like that. And when this gets practically done, that's when I'm going to add some beans to this. And I think I'm going to go with the mixed beans. Okay. Now these mushrooms, I'm going to take that chicken out and we're going to use the gravy from that chicken for the mushrooms. And then this was like one bunch of kale. See? And I can just, you know, crunch this up. I purchased this last week, and make sure you get freezer bags. Don't get regular bags so your food is get freezer burnt. So I can use this for another soup. Now, if you want to make a nice kale salad, it's best to not freeze the kale. It's best to get just the regular leaf one and then chop it up real fine for the salad. Okay? I need a sous chef. Oh, I already chopped up these cucumbers. They're nice and crunchy still. These are the mini cucumbers that I use. I chopped these up in my chopper, and these are going to go on the salad. And it can go into the wrap too. So I'm going to put these items away. Okay. Now, we have our y'all, look how pretty that kale looks. We're gonna turn this down. We're gonna turn it on a medium boil. All right, so let's clear up some of these items on the board. I sure have a lot of them out. Now, I have my plastic out. Let me put these items up. I'm going to wrap my potatoes and I put them in the microwave. I'm going to wrap them because I find out when you cook the potatoes in the microwave and you wrap them, it gives it a better flavor. I mean, it helps it from keeping it from it burning. And then some parts getting soft and some parts getting hard. I don't like that about potatoes when you cook them in the microwave like that. Oh, I'm supposed to be keeping a little cousin this week. Let me get my phone, y'all. He's on his way. Excuse me, let me get my phone. Okay, so we have that cookie, we have this cookie. Now that our, oh goodness, I just told you that we were going to wrap these potatoes, didn't I? Let me do that. All right, so here are our sweet potatoes. See, doing too much at one time. Let me put this kale back in the freezer. Okay, so we have 2 sweet potatoes here. I'm going to give her 1 more sweet potato. Now, what I'm going to do to these sweet potatoes is I'm going to wrap them. And I'm going to make a nice little brown sugar and plant-based butter little seasoning to go on the sweet potato. Yes, I know sweet potatoes are already sweet. But the thing about the brown sugar is it's not as sweet and not as toxic to the body like the white sugar is. I personally cannot have white sugar. I'm drizzling these potatoes with a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit. And I got the small ones because I wanted to go into the I wanted to fit into the meal plan box good. Then we're gonna wrap them like this. So these are our sweet potatoes. And I'm going to give her I'm going to do 2 regular potatoes for her. Now remember y'all, this is for a whole week, so it may seem like a lot, but it's not. I've already rinsed these off. You're going to drizzle those with olive oil. Why am I wrapping them in plastic? Because I don't want them to burn when I'm going to use the rest of my little Himalayan salt now. I'm not throwing up away. I'm going to season the white potato with a little Himalayan salt. You know how when you go to Red Lobster and they have that salt on the side and you just want to be eating the whole potato peel? What I do, because that's just me being greedy, and I love me a potato. I love potatoes. I have a strong like for them. Alright, so you got all these, and now we're going to put them in the microwave. On the highest number, 16 minutes for potatoes. I don't know how your microwave reads. And then we're going to put them on again for another 16 minutes. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to poke the hole into to see if it's nice and soft with a little fork, and then if they're nice and tender, then we're done. Okay, so we have that cookie. Let's taste these potatoes in the meal. See y'all, look at that. They're nice and soft. Don't put the potatoes with the chicken because they're going to be mushy. You're going to have whipped potatoes when you first cook the chicken. It's best to let the chicken cook. For me, I like to cook the chicken thoroughly, then add potatoes last and let it simmer. See, I have this like on a very low flame, simmering. You see you have a little bit of gravy left in there. Alright. I'll let my cameraman taste this potato. See if it needs any seasoning. Taste it, cameraman. Good? Okay, he gave me a thumbs up. Alrighty, so this can go off of the flame. Now, I'm going to take some of that gravy off of this chicken and we're going to saute these mushrooms. Do not judge my little pan because it has seen better days. So let's do this. Take just a little bit of the gravy. Like that. Mushrooms are already, you know, very watery anyway by themselves. But they're going to create their own gravy. But I just want to get some of that chicken gravy. You only need a little bit. You only need a little bit. We're going to set this on the stove. That's done. Then we're going to add the mushrooms. Like so. And then we're going to add a little bit of olive oil. And what I'm going to add to the mushrooms is I have some cute little spring onions right here. We're going to chop these all the way up to the end. Let me wash off my cooking board. Okay. Cut these ends off. And then we're going to add these to the mushrooms. You know, it's all about having components. What fills us up. Lots of components. Lots of vegetables put together. Of course, one thing may not fill you, but if you add a lot of little things to it, well, you want to get full. Okay. Oops. Alright, let me get my butter back out. Butter makes everything taste better. Okay, you're going to add some butter. Do that. We're going to lightly saute this. Remember, we have some of the seasoning gravy. Right? Okay. And I'm going to season a little bit of pink Himalayan salt on this. Just a little. She can add more seasoning to it if she wants. You know, we're just going to strictly do it plant-based. Okay. Now, I'm debating on either chopping these carrots in larger pieces or you know, making them confetti to go over the salad. So for it to be easy for her to chew, I'm going to go ahead and chop these. Because you can steam these whole. You know, you can steam these whole. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. We're going to leave them whole, and I'm just going to steam them. Let's do that. Because we're going to cook this with our chops. Don't do this at home. I want to get into this bag. Alright? So let's take a bunch of these out. We're going to rinse them off. Okay. We're going to dump it in the bowl. We're going to put these in the microwave. chopped spinach. You can use organic spinach if you want. We're going to add the spinach. Don't add a lot of water to this because you know it's already frozen. So just need a little bit. And then we're going to add a little bit of pink Himalayan seasoning. Here's a brown piece. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to add some butter and some garlic. I love fresh chopped garlic. Like nothing like it. So we're going to use some fresh chopped garlic. We're going to also cook this in the microwave too. So take that, season it. Only if you like garlic. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to this. And then I'm going to add some butter. Looks like a lot, but it's going to taste delicious. Delicioso. Okay. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Now I'm just going to give it a splash of water. Just a splash, not a lot. Alright, now a trick I learned off of HelloFresh. Wet your hand towel. Wet your hand towel. Then lay it over your bowl. And then that will keep it from your vegetables from burning. Okay, so you've seen the process. So I'll come back to you when everything's plated. Okay? The chopped vegetables, the onion, the pepper. This is the colors. I'm going to add all of this. And you all, I want you to know that this meal did not cost much. All these components together, it did not cost much to do this. I'll do a breakdown of everything. We'll go shopping about that. Would y'all like to go shopping? Like, I love to go shopping. Let me put it this way now. I'm not crazy about doing grocery shopping, but when I know what I'm going to get, I have a new outlook for 2020. I'm trying not to say negative things because I have to eat. So I just need to go in more with a plan of things that I'm going to do. I had to take my mushrooms and onions off of the eye because I feel like it kept cooking it. Okay, so we're going to add that, and I'm going to get one of my beans to add to it. Remember, I already sauteed these beans. They're nice and tender and delicious. I already cooked these the night before. So we're going to add some beans so she'll have, you know, some bite to her meal. So these are the mixed beans. I'm going to add some mixed beans to this. This has no meat. This is just the beans. And then she can season it the way she wants. But what this has in it is the, remember you have the 2 noodles, veggie broth. You have veggie noodles, regular noodles, and rigatoni. All of these noodles are gluten-free. Okay, then you have your kale. Now, you can also add to this pot, only if you wanted to. You can add some rice to this. Like if you want to add rice to this, you can. But I have so much in there, I'm not going to add any rice to that. Okay. Let's put this aside. Now, I need a sous chef. Let me clear off my countertop. Let's put a light crisp on these fajitas. These wraps. say fajitas. I meant to say wraps. Let's put a light crisp on the wraps. We're just going to lightly saute those in a pan. I would love to spray that. You know, like if you had like a nice coconut oil spray, but because I don't want to have it too. I just want it lightly crisp. I don't want it crisp, you know, just light. So let's ooh, let me check on my potatoes. Okay, they're doing good. All right. So let's add a little bit of butter. Just a little bit, just a little bit. See that? That was too much right there. Okay. We're gonna let that get, you gotta let the frying pan get really, really hot. And then we're gonna add one wrap. And then we're gonna add another wrap. Because we don't want it really doughy and gooky. I'm not gonna put any dressing on. I'm just gonna make the actual wrap. And then we're going to place it in the meal plan trays. Okay? I did not make my butter and sugar. I'm going to go ahead and make that for the potato. Okay. Let's put these on again. Okay, our potatoes are looking good. We're going to put them on again for another 16 minutes. And we're going to get a little bit of brown sugar with the butter. I use a teaspoon of brown sugar. All right. Y'all gotta help me cook now. Make sure my frying pan's not burning. My mom used to be fussing at us all the time. Y'all watch some pots. Y'all better watch some pots though. Don't you let my food burn. I'm burning your butt. She's a child care provider too. Not at home. So now we're gonna I love you, Mom. She's in heaven looking above. So now we're gonna take this fajita wrap. We're just gonna, it seems like it's getting, I want it real hot. I don't want to burn it though. Okay, so we're gonna lay this lightly in our pan. Hear it sizzle. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. I'm mixing up this butter and brown sugar. This is going on in the microwave though. That's gonna go on our sweet potatoes. Let's get another plate. Okay. You just want it to get a little, see a little brown right there. You don't want it to burn. You have to be careful. These burn really, really fast. Okay, our soup is coming along good. And I didn't want to make the soup too soupy because you know it's going to be in the container, and I might just let her put this in a pot. She can dip it out of this as she wants. Oh, I have my spoon with the holes in it. You don't want to. We're going to drain these like this. And add it down the middle. Drain, 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 drain. Add it down the middle. Like that. Then we're going to put some nice cucumber on here, like a fresh, nice cucumber, like that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. cheese. Dump it on here like that. Now you know this cheese is going to be good on here. You know why I say that? Because the cheese is going to be like a little sour cream and a little taste of the dressing and things that's on here. Ooh, that soup's a bubbling. Alright, so then you're going to take it and you're going to slice it down the middle like that. See that, y'all? Then you're going to slice it down the middle. Now I know what you're saying. It's going to fall out. But it's okay. Because it's going to be on a bed. Oh, this one. Got a lot of cameras going on. It's going to be on a bed of lettuce. Cooking only scissors. Gotta get new ones. You have small, you have children living with you, they seem like they want to take your cooking scissors and use them for something else. So we're going to take this and wrap it just like this. I know what you're saying. You didn't use the spinach. I know I didn't use the spinach because I'm going to use the spinach to lay it on the bed. See like that? Y'all, I can eat one of these right. This is for somebody else. This is somebody else's blessing. I'm so hungry right now. I can eat this right now. I can eat it right now. Okay. Now we're going to take this one. It's okay if some of the stuff fall out. You might need to eat this one. Ooh, I need to eat this one right now. Okay. Focus, 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 focus. Let me focus, y'all. Let me focus. Let me focus. Where's my hand off? Hurry up and get this in this meal plan tray. I'm about to take it down. Look, I'm spitting on myself. Okay. We're going to cut this one in half. That's just the juice from the, and it's okay that it's a little crispy. That's just the juice from the bean. See that? Oh, y'all, that was so pretty. Alright. You gotta be careful how to hold these. Like 1, 2. Then we're gonna put this one on this side. See? 1, 2. See? Oh, y'all, I want to eat this wrap so bad. I'm getting this out of my face. Alright, so we just got our potatoes out of the microwave. We're going to put our seasoned vegetables in the microwave. Remember we did these as vegetables? So now we're going to put these in the microwave. Yeah, I'll be working that little microwave, this little microwave over here. I work my microwave. I worked it over. I had a nice big microwave. That sucker kept acting all kind of crazy. So I got rid of him and got this little small one. And this one has been doing well. Y'all see how these potatoes are? See, they're nice, moist all the way through. Not have to worry about these burnt parts. And another thing, I didn't like that big microwave because it take up all my counter space. I hated that. Alright, look at these potatoes, y'all. These potatoes. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go ahead and let me melt this butter right here first. Let me melt it. Before we cook those vegetables. Let me melt this butter because I'm going to put this on top of the sweet potato. All right. See? Look at that. They come out perfect. You know, some of them already got them wrapped anyway. In the store. Let's take all of this off. Like this. They're nice and moist. I'm going to stick it with a fork so you can see. Ooh. Ooh, see that? Look at that, y'all. See? And I give it a little mash. Y'all grandma ever put sweet potatoes on the fireplace? Like we had my grandmother, they had gas and stuff in the house. But sometimes my granddad would always make nice little house fires, you know, in the fireplace. And my grandma would just take a sweet potato and she would lay it on the ashes in the fire. It's country living. If you're not used to country living, you're looking at me crazy right now. But anyway, one of the things that I used to enjoy watching her take the sweet potato, because the natural sugar in the potato used to help cook it. She would lay it on the ashes of the fireplace, like she get a nice little clean spot in the fireplace. And she only did this if Granddad had like a fire going. And she would lay there, and then she would just lay it on the fireplace, on the ashes. It would get nice and soft and moistened, and then we tear that potato up. It was so good. It was so good. And she just did it for fun. You know how people do s'mores and stuff? I just thought that was so unique. And she used to always tell me, she said, well, you know, fire, no matter if it's on the stove or in the fireplace, fire is going to cook food. Fire cooks food. You know, I don't know. That was just one of my little memories from my childhood. I just love to see my grandma do that. Okay, welcome home life. So I'm back. Had to clean up my station because it was a hot mess, but it was an organized mess. However, we completed our meal. So what I have for 5 days of food meal prep, this is organic chicken with potatoes, basmati rice, navy beans with a little bit of green pepper in it. All of this has been cooked in extra virgin olive oil, pink Himalayan salt with a little garlic and pepper salt as well. I've only used just 2 ingredients in all of the dishes, which are these 2 ingredients is the only ones I've used for seasonings. This one is sweet potatoes with red kidney beans, and then we have sauteed steamed vegetables with spinach and carrot and a little bit of garlic in that. This one is basmati rice with mushrooms and scallions and a little bit of kidney beans on the side for this. I want to make this one meatless. All of these basically are meatless. I only have one with meal with the meat in it. This is open face baked potato with a little bit of steamed vegetables. I repeated a little bit of the different meal choices. And this is vegan cheese. I want her to just try the vegan cheese and it's sprinkled with a little bit of scallions in it. But I have regular cheese here if she doesn't want that. And then this is a mayo mixed with ranch dressing. The regular sour cream has a lot of sodium in it with the whole milk. So this is a ranch dressing. You can use ranch dressing light with mayonnaise in it. That's to go over her open faced potato. And then we have these veggie fajita wraps. So one of the wraps has black beans in it, so I wrapped it to distinguish it with cucumbers and Parmesan cheese. And then this one has the mixed beans in it with, I don't want to touch her hand, even though I prepared it, but I don't want to touch it since it's already completed. But this one has the mixed beans in it, wrapped in a spinach wrap with extra virgin olive oil, whole flaxseed. So this one has protein-based wrap as well. And then it's complemented with a honey mustard light mayo sauce mixed together, so she can dip her fajitas in this sauce. I did not want to put the sauce on the fajita like if I was if we were making it to eat like right now, I would put the sauce on the fajita. But let me tell you, with nothing on it, because the cheese is what binds it and gives it that nice little, that moist taste. Without any sauce, it's still good. I know, y'all, because I tasted one. So I made her another one. But yes, it's delicious. And then right here, I have the veggie soup with the veggie noodles, gluten-free. All noodles are gluten-free. Veggie noodles, rigatoni noodles with mixed beans, and sprinkled with peppers, not hot peppers, but regular red and yellow peppers. And that's all cooked in a veggie broth. And then she can sprinkle this soup with the Parmesan cheese. So that's the 5 meal prep. I have lots of other meal ideas because I have to do this all over again for my daughters that are away at school and their friends. So I'm going to do that for them. So we're going to do another meal prep again. However, I'm so happy you came to join me. I hope that, first let's pray over this food. Lord, we bless this food in the name of Jesus, that it will do health to her body, give her energy and strength that she needs, and it does well with her digestive system and everything else. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Yes. Always pray over your food before and after. So, thank God for the ideas. I thank you for coming. And remember, you are always, always welcome home. Mwah.